Hey guys, welcome to this session on stacks. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how you can program a stack in Python and how you can move items from the bottom to the top. So if we have a list of the values 1, 2, 3, 4 in a stack, what will happen is when we enter the value 1, this is going to be pushed to the bottom of the stack. The value 2 will appear next, 3, then 4 will appear at the top. So what happens with a stack is the first value which is entered gets pushed to the bottom, and we identify the bottom value in the stack by using something called a base of stack pointer. The last value which is entered when it's output will appear at the top, and we will be able to identify this value by using something called a top of stack pointer. Let's have a look at what this looks like in program code. So what I have done is I have set up a stack input. So rather than having a predefined list, we are going to ask for users to enter 3 different values here. So at the top, we have got our empty list, and then we've got something called def push value. So this is going to put the value into the stack. We've got something called def pop return stack.pop, and this is going to allow us to put these values to the bottom of the list. So we use pop function to remove the values from the end of the stack list, and then we've got our for loop set up here, which is fairly standard. Let's have a look at how this works when we run it. So we turn off. Okay, so download, and the file we're looking for is called stack input. So I'm going to enter the values A, B, C. Now, when we enter the values A, B, C, when this is output, so we're going to do values equals pop print value, these should be being printed out in reverse order here. So A, B, C, and we're going to have a base of stack pointer identifying A, and if C is appearing at the top, we're going to have something called a top of stack pointer identifying the value C. So what has happened here is it has allowed us to enter the different values to be stored in this stack list. We've appended these values to the stack list, then we have popped these, and they have now moved to the bottom of the list. Now, I think this is fairly straightforward. Something that you need to be able to do at A level is remove items from a stack and put them to the bottom. This code demonstrates how you can do that. And now I want to have a look at how you can do this in pseudocode. So I've got a few mistakes in my pseudocode that we should probably fix. Subroutine, we shouldn't be using this. We should be using the word function here if we're returning a value. And again, this should be end function. Now, some people will argue that you can use append in pseudocode. Some people say that this doesn't exist within pseudocode, so what I'm going to do is comment this out here, and we're going to use another method to put that into the list. So we're going to use stack is stack plus value, and what this will do here is it will put value into the first element in the list here. This is another method to append data into a list. Some people will argue again that you can use this method. This is another method that you can use. I've got a few other mistakes here. We should be using camel casing here for any variable, list, constant names. So this is something you should be doing in your code. And again here, if we're returning something, we should be using function. So you can change subroutine to function here, and again end function. Everything else is okay, I believe. So we've got our for loop here. So we've got for I, which is our counter, and then 0 to 3. Or we have 1 to 3, and it's going to count 3 times. And then value pop, this is all okay here. We're just outputting the different values from bottom to top. Now, I hope this video has been useful. I would recommend that you have a look at the theory aspects of what a stack is before you start looking at creating this in Python. Hopefully, you can use this code and play around with this code to actually identify what's happening with pop here. If you do have any questions, leave me a comment under the video, or you can inbox me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video soon. Thanks.